Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Daily Financial News, your source for the latest updates on the financial world. I'm your host Pavan, and we have a packed agenda today to dive into the significant market movements and economic developments that unfolded during the weekend. So let's get started. So, in a major escalation, Hamas on Saturday morning they attacked Israel through various routes, land, sea, air, and they infiltrated the Israeli settlements. They have took many of them hostages. Israel has also declared state of war, and everyone is hoping this escalation to continue. Already more than 2,000 people have been killed and several injured. Israel is trying to flush out the terrorists from its soil, and it has also vowed to take revenge for the loss of Israeli lives. From an economic point of view, it is going to hamper global trade, and also the oil prices will move up. Already, we have seen the global oil prices have moved up by 4%. It is going to increase further as the escalation escalates, as the situation deteriorates, and if this escalates and continues for long, like we have seen Russia and the Ukraine war. If this continues, then it will severely hamper the global economy and trade. From the Indian perspective, India has a total trade of 10.7 billion in FY 2023, and it mostly trades in agriculture products, chemicals, electronics, machinery, and vehicles. So that will also be affected. We hope this escalation subsides soon, and we will be able to prevent further loss of precious lives in this conflict. We're moving on to another news. India and Saudi Arabia, they have inked an MOU for sharing electricity during peak demand and emergencies. So India is working on one sun, one world, one grid alliance. So India, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Singapore, they are already in advanced stage of creating a mega grid infrastructure. So what this grid will do? This grid will connect different regional grids through a common grid that will be used to transfer renewable energy and thus realize the potential of renewable energy sources, especially solar energy. So everyone is working uh, to synergize their grids, so that if there will be harmony and synergies between the solar grids, and the energy can be transferred. It will avoid wastage of energy and also increase the efficiencies of the grids. So very important development on this part. On GST Council, it had the 52nd GST Council meet under the chairmanship of Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. So it has recommended, the very first recommendation was regarding the appointment of president and member of proposed GST tribunals, appellate tribunals. So in the last meeting, it has decided to constitute 28 GST appellate tribunals. Now they have clarified the rules. As per the new rules, an advocate with 10 years of substantial experience in litigation under indirect tax laws in appellate tribunal, central excise and service tax tribunal, state VAT tribunals, high court, supreme court, now they will be eligible for appointment as judicial member. The minimum age for eligibility for appointment as president or member will be 50 years. President and members shall have a tenure up to 70 years. President will be having a tenure up to 70 years of age, and members will have, and they can serve up to 67 years of age. And then another recommendation, GST Council has recommended nil rate, that it has decided to exempt millet flour in powder form containing at least 70% of the millet when sold in loose form. But if it is sold in a packaged form, it will attract 5% of GST. So it is done to encourage millets marketing. India is celebrating the International Millets Year, so it has done to promote the millet trading in India. Uh, it has also decided to exempt the extra neutral alcohol. What is this extra neutral alcohol? It is an alcohol in the purest form, and it has no taste or smell. So it has decided to exempt this ENA, extra neutral alcohol, is uh, used as industrial input for manufacture of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. So it will be now be exempted. Government has also exempted. It has decided to reduce GST on molasses from 28% to 5%. It is a welcome step. It will come as a relief to farmers. Now, to promote tourism, GST Council recommends that IGST, and not the whole GST, it is giving exemptions under IGST to foreign going vessels. If some vessel has come, it is having a foreign flag, and it is going somewhere, but it is if it is doing a coastal run, it is going around the coast of India, it has granted limited it has granted exemption also, IGST exemption. Furthermore, the GST Council has also recommended to exempt services of water supply, public health, sanitation, conservancy, solid waste management, and slum development and upgradation if it is supplied to government authorities. So, if these services are given to government authorities, no GST will be charged on them. Uh, there is one more recommendation for GST Council. Now, GST Council has asked for 18% tax on the parent company's guarantee to subsidiary. If the parent company is giving a loan guarantee to a subsidiary, it will be charged 18% GST. But if the directors are providing personal guarantee, then they will be exempted from GST and there will be no GST charged. So this is all from the GST Council meet front. Government has appointed 12 executive directors. So the union appointees committee of the cabinet, appointees committees of the cabinet for Government of India, they have cleared 12 names for executive directors post in various public sector banks. The names you can go through, you can pause the video, you can go through. They're in the text, or I will put the names in description also. So it will be good for the general knowledge perspective. Uh, Another very important news for encouraging the rupee trade. As you know, government has permitted 22 countries to trade in through rupee currency. It is to reduce the dependency on dollars. Now, how this trade happens? All the foreign banks from this 22 country, they are eligible to uh, eligible to open special rupee escrow accounts. These rupee escrow accounts, if suppose some Indian exporter need to be paid for supplying goods or services, this escrow accounts will be debited. And if suppose it need Indian exporter importer need to pay, then this rupee account will be debited. So this is how it works. So now GST Council has decided that it has clarified that remittances received in special rupee escrow accounts will be getting GST refunds. So they will be eligible for GST refunds. And experts believe that this recommendation will facilitate the unblocking of working capital. So also the supplies to SEZ units, they can claim IGST refunds also. So Vostra accounts, whatever remittances has been received, they will be eligible for GST refunds. Supplies to SEG units, they will be eligible for IGST refund. So this will reduce the working capital cycle for the exporters, and it will further reduce their cost. So it is very good news for exporters. Now, tax authorities are on overtime, it seems now, because now GST authority has issued rupees 923 crores so cause notice to Reliance General Insurance. Reliance General Insurance is a part of Reliance Capital, Reliance Capital, which is a part of Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group of companies. Now, these GST payments notices have been given for 922.58 crore. So now we have to see if they are going for appeal for these notices or not. In a major development on the commodity trading side, the MCX, that is Multi Commodity Exchange of India, on October 8, it has received the approval from SEBI Tech Panel. This approval, I will tell you that this I must tell you that this approval was pending for a long time. Now, say MCX has got approval from the SEBI Tech Panel to launch new web-based commodity derivative platform. So this platform will be used for the trading of derivatives for commodities, and SEBI has asked them to inform the go live date for this. Uh, Over the past month, because of this anticipated news, the stock of the MCX has jumped nearly 18%. So good news for the investors and the commodity trading also. So, friends, this was the main news for today. We hope the peace will prevail for uh, people in Israel and Gaza. That's a wrap for today's daily financial news. Thanks for joining us as we dissected the key financial events of the day. Stay tuned for more insights and updates on an ever evolving financial landscape. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share to stay ahead in the world of finance. Until next time, I am your host Pawan signing off. Bye bye.